such a thing as a coming meme?
There's a coming meme, yes. And it's literally just this man screaming as he's
wait,
busting.
I've seen this.
Yes. And it's used in so much stuff. My buddies, they have this YouTube channel called Haptic Guys. And they did they were talking about the PS4 being unboxed and whatnot, and there was like this Burger King bit that they put in it where it has like the Burger King and he's opening the bag and then like a light shoots out of it. And as the bag opens, it's literally just that sound effect. And then it just keeps repeating because he keeps like looking and peeking in the bag. It's such a good meme. Like their video editing is on par with like the greatest shit I've ever seen. It's just like cuts in with like little memes and stuff while they're just they have like a regular podcast and then like they cut it up into bits and they have like that random stuff that's just like in there where it's just like random memes. Like Chad Warden was in one of them. I don't know if you guys know who Chad Warden is. Chad Warden.
I don't know who Chad Warden is.
God, he was the
sorry, dude.
The PS Triple guy. It's like got that PS Triple.
I don't know if I've ever seen that.
It's like this, like, I think he's Hispanic and he's got his hair slicked back and he's talking about how, like, he's like, Xbox ain't got games, man. You want to buy that Wii? Shit. That shit gay. Just, like, talking shit on everything else. It's back when the PS3 came out.
And
he's like, yo, that Wii controller, that shit looked like a dildo.
You're going to hear this one and be like, oh, what the fuck am I talking about?
No, it's Chad Warden, man. Chad Warden's a great meme. But yeah, dude, it's such a there's some funny coming memes, I guess.
Honestly, that's like the first time I've heard of a coming meme.
There's so many.
You got me with that one.
There's like fucking what's his name? The guy from what's that one TV show? Shit. He was in Popstar. No. He's in the lead dude from Lonely Island.
Oh, I know who you're talking about.
I can't remember his name. It's literally on the tip of my tongue. Lonely Island, the rap group, where they're like, there's three white dudes that meme and shit.
I know those. Yeah.
He's in the police show.
Andy Samberg.
Andy Samberg, there you go, yeah.
There's like a meme of him like biting his lip and looking like he's busting and shit, and like, yeah, it's funny. And then like there's the Ghostbusters song meme where like they chop it up and it's like bustin' makes me feel good. And it's just like bustin', bustin', bustin'. It just keeps repeating that.
Oh my god.
Yeah. It's some good stuff, man. Some good stuff.
I guess I'm gonna have to go and search up some memes. And
this is a terrible
study
intro
myself.
to a podcast.
This is a frightening intro.
Video games, guys, coming.
This is. It's funny because this is like we had 2 episodes prior, but this is like the most official inaugural episode.
Oh yeah,
the most current one.
We like weaned you guys in with the first 2 episodes. We were like, first episode, hey, here's a little bit about us. Here's the second episode where we're like kind of serious about like the PlayStation.
I might have to actually edit. We take a lot.
It just get weird and weirder now.
Yeah.
It's just like
so. What now?
What now? Where did we go?
You said you were starting the recording.
We clearly started at the top. I don't know where we go now.
So we started with Jizz, and now where are we going to with?
I guess we shot our load.
I hate that.
Intro.
That should be a good spot.
Level up, gamers. I'm Ant.
I'm Chris.
I'm Nico.
And welcome to Save Before Quitting. We appreciate everybody for joining us once again.
Episode 3, man.
It is episode 3. It's crazy. But, you know, if you guys, at the top of the show, I'm going to let you know. If you want to get in contact with us, it's savebeforequitting@gmail.com. It's Save Before Quitting on Twitter and Instagram. The letter B, number 4.
Yeah, we got to make it confusing, you know?
Yeah. It's the full spelled out version for the email. And it's SAVE, letter B, number 4, quitting on Instagram and
we're
Twitter.
Slick millennials, and, you know, we're hip with the times, and, you know, we had to pay extra for that number.
Right. That or
elite
they thought the full thing was too long on too many characters on Twitter, so we had to fold.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah, that's the reason. But I don't know what you guys been playing lately. What you guys want to?
You want to start, Nico?
With?
Since you probably have the least bit. No offense, but like
the least bit. I've actually been playing a lot of games.
All right. Prove me wrong.
You
Go
have
for it.
Genshin Impact, pretty far up in there. I actually picked up The Last of Us the other night.
Wait. I don't think you play Genshin Impact. Genshin Impact plays you. It's become a lifestyle to some people.
Yeah,
That's a good
but
point,
the
man.
only thing is like, unlike how the reviews stated that it's just a money pit. If you don't pour money into it and just enjoy the game for what it is, it's actually good. So I think I'm actually found a way to play Genshin Impact and not have Genshin Impact play me.
Well, I'll take your word for it because I have not played that game.
And you should. You're being like one of the biggest Zelda fans among us, and you.
I know. Among Us.
Which Among Us is another game.
Nice
Look at that
segue right there. That was impressive.
So yeah, I've been playing a lot of Genshin Impact. I've actually been playing a lot of Among Us with you, Chris, and a bunch of friends.
Yeah.
So it's you have
Next time
to
I'm
join
playing.
us because that shit is funny.
It's free on mobile, which is great. So you
So-
don't even have to.
I have it. I just haven't
yeah,
played
shit.
it.
Yeah, it's great. It's like not gonna lie to you. It's like there's 3 stages of like friendship getting ruined,
That's
and
fine.
there's like games that fall into it. And I think Among Us falls into like level 3.
I've reached a stage in my life where if it ruined my friendship, then we either weren't friends already, or you probably shouldn't be my friend.
You haven't played Uno yet, man.
No, I played Uno.
I
That
think
gets
is
intense.
I think if we go by levels, it's like Monopoly, Uno, and then Among Us. It's like that's how
Alright,
it goes.
I can
All right,
agree.
I
Yeah,
can respect that.
So, but no, I've been playing that. I picked up The Last of Us again. I actually got
right?
The Last of Us 2. And I got a good few hours in. I think I just encountered the Hunter guys or whatever they're called.
The whistling.
The Whistler dudes.
Yeah.
Okay.
And all I have to say, and
Is that
this
Abby still, or are you?
no,
are you
I'm
Ellie?
still as Ellie.
Okay.
But yeah, fuck those guys.
Yeah.
First
yeah.
of all, so this whole time I've been having fun, not grabbing any alcohol bottle in the whole game, and within one scene I had to use 3 health kits.
Yeah,
When they show up, the difficulty immediately ramps
Yeah,
up. They're like the
it's-
curve in the game.
Yeah,
Oh,
like
yeah.
I was like, oh, clickers are shit, and then these guys showed up, and I was like, oh, screw, I want to just deal with clickers now, and like, but
Oh, yeah.
other than that, like spoilers aside, I know there's people out there that probably still haven't played it like I have
Just
or
us
finished
two.
it.
Just us two.
yeah,
Just the 2 of us. Yeah.
Yeah.
I've already finished it, so I'm getting to the point where like I don't even remember
Yeah.
like the timeline. So it's like getting foggy for me. So I might need to replay it. But like either way,
So I've been playing that, and then I jumped back into League. It's been 3 years since, and yeah, not doing too good. Not doing too
Yeah.
good at League.
you can see some of his league plays in his promo video coming soon.
Yeah,
Was gonna send me a 2-hour video as if I know what's good in league.
but
to
hey,
edit it.
Hey, just so you know, I did help you by saying, look at the horrible KDA on the top right corner.
I mean, true, but like I still don't know what any of that means. Like I've
I'm about
never
to say
touched league.
that was gibberish to me just now.
I've never touched League of Legends in my life. So like looking at the clips that you
Likewise.
even like
I'm
sent
not-
me, I was like, I don't know what's happening.
I'm not gonna
Is this
lie.
good? I don't know.
I'm not gonna lie, I have been playing League since 2006, and like when they first released, and I went through season 2, season 3, and it was great. Like just for what it is, like mobile game, PvP, you play it, whatever.
Yeah.
And I played it in the most horrible aces like netbook at college, because that's all I had for my free time. It was either eat chicken nuggets or play League of Legends.
Man,
And
that's a wild set of options in college.
so.
Nuggets isn't a game though.
Well, yeah,
Nuggets can be
it
a
is a
game.
game though. It's a life game.
Tell me the rules.
The more you eat, the bigger you get.
Those aren't rules. Those are just consequences.
Right. And that's the
What
only
is
thing you
the
got.
rule? If there was a rule book to
So
nuggets,
no, like the rules about nuggetry is
I don't like that word.
what?
Nuggetry.
I don't like that word.
It's a good word.
You could
Just
easily
don't
slip
say
into
it
something
wrong.
else.
That's why I don't
Just
like
don't
it.
say it
Just
wrong.
don't say it wrong.
Where we're both at with drinks right now, I'm not liking the word.
So nuggetry,
Scientifically speaking,
scientifically
of course.
speaking, yes. So yeah, no.
I
so
promise this is a video game podcast. I feel like I
back to
said
it.
that before.
Yeah, right. So, anyways, just to give you a little bit of rules of nuggetry. So
Did you ever get any other kind of food, or was it strictly a nuggets?
it was strictly nugget because we were all poor.
That makes sense.
Alright.
But yeah, no, League of Legends is a good game. I would say for more good community to
Would
join.
you give it 5 nuggets out of 5?
I actually would give it like 3 nuggets out of 5 at the current state.
So it's a fine game.
It's a fine game. It's not like, you know, up there when it comes to like PvP type of game, but it will keep you entertained for a while.
So if this were Shark Tank right now, this would be the point where I'm out and I'm never gonna play the game.
What was he selling you?
Just playing League of Legends. Just like he's just walking in like, hey guys, let's play League of Legends. And I'm
But
just like,
first, let me tell you about Nuggets. Listen.
yeah, I'm like, and that's where I'm out.
Well, no, it's a good MOBA game. The fact of League of Legends is more like a team aspect where you and your friends have to be socially, like, cemented together to be able to make an action happen. So I think that's why I like it, and I put it amongst the it'll break your friendship type of game because of the fact that it has that. Well, you know, you didn't do this, or you didn't do that, or you failed at doing this, and it's like it's kind of like that back and forth thing that kind of happens when you're playing a team-based game.
Makes sense.
Yeah, like even in Among Us, you have like moments where like the whole crewmates. You gotta remember, you have 2 imposters and like 8 other crewmates, and even the crewmates are like going at each other's throats. The 2 imposters are sitting on the side eating like cereal because they're like, "Yeah, this is great," just watching everybody kill themselves off. But yeah, I have been going back to gaming.
There you go.
I see.
Not only creating my own, but actually playing some.
What you been playing? What you playing yet?
We're gonna get to that too, Nico. You need to flex on these listeners and let them know you out here making games.
Oh, I will show you how like now learning about being a game dev like ruins some sort of fantasy of like gaming.
You hear that, motherfuckers? Nico making games.
Yeah, I feel like Neo.
Y'all just playing games. Me too. I'm just playing games
Like
too.
literally now that I know like how
Rosario.
yeah, man. Like how certain games like when you develop games and you learn certain things, literally you feel like Neo because you're like, oh, this is what's gonna happen when you're playing a certain game. Or it's like you see a certain scenery and you're like,
nah,
yeah, I think I know exactly what's gonna happen. Like you know exactly why, and you call it out, and you're like, you feel like Neo because you're like, yeah, I know the code.
Only time I feel like Neo is when I'm in my kitchen breaking spoons because I keep bending them.
Spoons.
I appreciate that so much as a Matrix fan. You have no idea.
I'm just in there like, there is no spoon. And then, you know, woman yells at me and I get in trouble. Where are the spoons at, Daddy? I'm sorry, kid.
There is no spoon.
Yeah, exactly. You weren't listening?
It's so weird that we're talking about like Neo because on the news it came out that we're like, there's a 50-50 chance that humanity is living
in a simulation.
In a simulation.
That's fine.
It's crazy.
It's all the Sims. We just speak a little bit better than they do.
This is going to sound so stupid, but I mean, we've done a lot of stupid things so far in 18 minutes. If I wake up and it was a simulation the whole time, I'm strangling whoever is in the room. Like all of that.
Yeah,
we did so much.
I know.
And I'm like, that was 30 plus years. Like, nah, you've been in the simulation for 17 minutes. Like,
anyone out there, hit us with your concerns of like, how did you feel when you heard that news? Please, because we all want to know.
No. Hit us with how you would feel if you woke up and everything was a simulation the whole time.
Better.
Your whole life.
There you go.
Can you imagine those like 90-year-old people who were in Nam find out that all of that is?
They just wake up as a baby, like, what happened?
It's just,
I can just see a baby just. So what happened?
It's
like,
a baby
how do you know how to talk?
in a dark corner, like, I've seen things, man.
That's the plot of Boss Baby. They'll wake up
God,
from
Boss Baby 2 is about that.
Jesus.
Okay, all right. I've been playing.
What are you playing?
What? Yeah.
I've also been trying to finish Last of Us 2. I'm terrible for the fact that I'm still playing this, but I gotta be right there. I don't know for sure because I don't know what happens to let me know that I'm right there, but I gotta be right there with the amount of hours I've been playing this game.
If you had the PS5, it would tell you how far you're in.
Yes, well, we'll get to that. So I've been playing Last of Us 2. I've been playing Hades. Have you guys played Hades? It's an indie game. It's only on Switch and PC right now. It's fire.
For all you audio amigos out there, Nico looked like he just came when he said it was an indie game.
I'm really trying hard to not just name this episode "Come" because I don't feel like that'll go over well on the streaming services.
No, actually, I remember watching a trailer about that, but I didn't know how well it was.
Yo,
And I know you're the indie game guy, and I was going to ask you.
Only because I kept hearing so much. Every podcast, every outlet, people have been playing Hades. I'm like, all right, I'm gonna just get it. It's like $20.
Oh,
So I got it, and it's a roguelike. So it's just you're going on run after run,
okay.
but getting slightly stronger every time. You get further and further and further every time you do. So you get a bunch of upgrades, new weapons every time, and it's like a interwoven story. And you're talking to people before you go on your run, so more of the story is getting filled in as you go through. Right. It's dope. Like I played it. Right. It's one of those games where it's like, all right, one more time, one more run.
Right. You said it's on Switch and what?
Switch and PC.
So I'm buying that on PC. Probably.
And it was on like one more run, and I said that for 3 hours.
Wow. All right.
Because I'm playing it on Switch, so I'm like laying in the bed playing it. I'm like, all right.
So you heard here first, boys and girls. Hades, Ant approved.
Hades is fire. Go get Hades. Hades is dope.
That's good. That's fire. Hades is like hell. You know. Like,
it's fire. I did a thing I didn't know I did. Got it.
I did a thing I didn't know I did, but I did it.
I did it.
I did the thing.
But it's dope. Get definitely. I recommend it. I think that's it. I think that's all I've had time to play because I've been mixing this fine show for everybody listening.
All right.
How about you? You've been playing.
As usual, I've been playing Apex. Just for fun, to be honest. Been getting a couple dubs with the cousin. He just started playing as of late, which is kind of funny because like, there's like I don't know how to explain it. It's like your elo, where it's like you don't really know what your rank is, kind of, but like you got like a hidden rank there that like skill-based match makes you into a certain level. This dude just like plays it for the first time in like 3 years, and he's going up against people that I play with, and he's like, dude, I suck. And now he's like at the point where he's like, dude, I play by myself and I'm dropping like 12 kills, and then I join up with you and I get like 2. Like, what the hell is this shit? And he's like bitching about it. But like we've been getting some good games from that. Among Us, obviously. It's a good party game. We've been playing it weird with our friend group where we have open mic, which I really don't like.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you're supposed to mute yourself.
Every time I see somebody play it on YouTube, they mute.
Yeah, you're supposed to do that. But like,
to,
there's like a couple people in the friend group that are like, no, because then like I came here to like hang out with you guys because like, you know, COVID, and like I want to talk to you, and I'm like, yeah, but that's not what the. If you want to do that, then let's play something else. Let's play like fucking Roller Coaster Tycoon all at the same time or something. I don't give a shit. But like, not Among Us, where you literally have to do this to play. So we've been playing like open mic with our friend group, which is, it's all right. It's really hard as an imposter to do that with open mic, but it's whatever. Phasmaphobia or Phantasmaphobia, whatever the correct pronunciation is.
Phasmaphobia.
Phasmaphobia. Yeah. Okay. So I've been playing that. I'm not a fan of scary games. Like, I feel like we discussed this on like the first podcast where I'm like, I don't like the cheap jump scares. We were talking about Resi and shit.
That's right, because I was like, but you played Last of Us.
Exactly. Yeah. But like, I feel like those are like, they make sense. Like, they're not like overly like jump scare. You know?
Yeah.
So like, I was like, yeah, I love Last of Us because it's just all about the story. But like with Phasmaphobia, like, it's quite literally just jump scare the game. Like, and like, I don't like that. So I've been playing with a couple buddies of mine. They actually run their own YouTube channel, Haptic Intel.
Shout out to Haptic Intel.
Yeah, they've been doing some good stuff over there. They just got back into it. But I've been playing with them. We've had some cool experiences, I guess. But I've been mainly just sticking out in the truck the whole time. I'm like the tech guy. So like we'll go in and we'll all set up like cameras and shit. And then like I'll just stick in the truck and like play it safe. Be like, yo, y'all's sanity's like at like 60%. And then I'm just like bullshitting, like switching the cameras. I'm like, oh, look, there's little spirit dots on the camera. That's one of them. Because you just got to guess what the ghost is. Like, that's the objective. It's just like, you just got to prove that there's a ghost and then guess what the ghost is. So you just walk in there and, like, let's say you got, like, a black light and you're looking for, like, you know, the jizz fingers on the wall. And, like, you see that and you mark that off in your journal. Yeah, well, it makes sense why it's brought up now. See, it came full circle with Phasmaphobia. So, like, you see that and you mark that off in your journal. Cool, that's one down. You got, like, 2 more to go. And then I'm on the cameras and I'm like, oh, shit, there was just, like, little specks of, like, spirits. Mark that off. And then, let's say there's, it gets cold. Like, you can see your breath when you're in the building or whatever. You mark that off. And then pretty much at the end of the journal, it's like, oh, it's this ghost. So then you're done, you're good to go. There's extra challenges and stuff like take a picture of doo-doo water in the sink. Like, you turn the water on in the sink, and apparently ghosts like to shit in sinks for some reason. And it turns the water brown, so you take a picture of the water brown. Because it's like, oh, look, this wasn't brown when I got here. Which is stupid.
Wait. What type of trolling ghost?
Oh, he's just... All these ghosts are just shitting in water. Straight up.
Well, to be fair, don't we all?
I mean, yeah, but not in the sink water. Like, you just turn on the sink and you're just chilling, and then you turn it off, it's full sink, and you walk away, and like, you actually use your microphone, which is the most terrifying thing to me. Like, at the beginning of the level, it's like, this ghost names is Jeffrey Jeffers, or something like that. Like, quite literally, the names are that bad, too.
Yeah.
And, like, you're like, okay, cool. So you walk in the house, and like, you have to change your, like, computer settings so that it, like, reads your microphone the correct way. And then you, like, Jeffrey Jeffers, are you there? Can you hear me? And, like, that pisses off the ghost in game. If it hears that voice recognition of that name, it's like, fuck you, don't say my name. And then it comes at you.
Right.
And, like, tries to kill you. Weirdly enough, none of us, I don't think, have died when we've been playing. At least from our, like, playthrough. Even, like we played the first night, and we thought that we had to go get our equipment and, like, pick it up and, like, bring it back to the truck, 'cause, like, if not, you lose it.
Right.
So, like, there's this camera on a tripod, and, like, both of their sanities is at 0. So that pretty much means if they go back into that house, dead. Like, Ghost is gonna kill them right away. I'm chilling at 100 sanity because, you know, your boy's in the truck the whole time. So they're like, go get the camera. I'm like, okay, well, I got this. So I walk in.
It's funny because that's how we talk to you. You're the tech guy here.
Yeah,
exactly. I guess that's funny. Shit. I'm a typecast. But
In the Discord, I'm like, Chris, get the fucking camera.
Yeah, right.
exactly. So, like, I'm walking back in the place. It's like a school, like 2 floors and, like, gym, and, like, it's terrifying. And we just have it set up at the entrance. So I'm, like, walking to the camera, and you walk slow in this game. Even when you hit the run button, you're still, like, look like a PowerPoint presentation when you're walking.
You're just skipping that.
Pretty much. And then I'm, like, walking towards it, and then, like, all I see is right in front of the camera, the ghost just shows up. And I literally shit myself. Almost. So, pretty much, I'm freaking out. It's at, like, 1 in the morning, and my parents are probably going to hear me if I freak out. But I'm, like, legitimately, like, scared as shit. Running out, I'm like, fuck that camera, I'm not getting it. And then, like, when the ghost shows up, the comms go down. Meanwhile, out in the car, I can hear through the door because of the proximity chat. My buddy Josh is, like, screaming, like, oh my god, the ghost just spawned in front of the camera right as he was about to grab it. And then I'm, like, running out the door's locked, and I'm like, open the fucking door! I'm, like, freaking out and shit. And I finally get out, and I'm like, fuck that camera. That camera is the ghost's now. That ghost owns that camera. It's not ours anymore. And we get in the fucking truck.
All right, go ahead. Go
We
on.
get in the truck. We go back to the main menu. We got the ghost. We figured out what it was. Cool. And then we check our inventory. Fucking camera's there, dude. Fucking camera and the tripod. You don't have to retrieve your equipment and put it back in the truck. So I was fucking pissed.
So, okay. So, there's video of this, right?
Yeah.
Well, that was the first playthrough that we did. There is a video coming out soon on their channel. They're uploading it around Halloween. It might be up by now by the time that this podcast comes out, so check that out. I did a playthrough with them. I was pretty much their tech guy through it. It was a lot of fun times. They kind of got spooked a couple times, and then I was kind of just in the truck having a good time watching them get scared. And then, like, there was a couple times where I was just like, you know, maybe if I let their sanity drop to 0 and I don't tell them, something funny will happen. And then I just kind of let that happen and see what goes down. But yeah, it's a good time. Check out their channel. It's youtube.com/Haptic Intel. They got some good stuff coming out there. They have a podcast every week. They release on, I think it's Saturday. But throughout the week, they, like, chop up the bits of the topics and, like, release them as individual videos. It's some good stuff.
That's cool.
Check them out.
Cool.
Yeah.
Haptic Intel, HAPTICINTEL.
Yes, sir.
Yeah,
Yes,
right.
sir. There we go.
Yeah, shout out to Haptic Intel, man. Some good content.
Yeah, thank you guys.
Yeah. So other than that, what's been going on in everybody's lives? What's in the
All right,
in the live
what we all
space?
came to talk about. Steve from Minecraft is in Smash Brothers.
Having a boner? Let's just continue on.
Oh yeah, he got that meat.
Yeah,
Yeah,
got
he had that meat.
Yo, they chopped Steve's meat, man. Come on, Nintendo.
I mean, he's a little bit calmer now, you know, like after he got that done.
I would be too if I was a grown man getting neutered.
What? Okay.
Yeah.
Anyway.
That's funny to me, dude. I can't believe that that's something they overlooked and like. But at the same time, it's like the people that are making that game, they're like so pure-hearted.
Yeah.
just like,
I
oh.
mean, they tried really hard even when they brought in what's his name from Fatal Fury.
Terry.
Yeah,
Terry!
they made sure to not add my into the. It's like
The characters
it's on
in the
board,
background?
yeah, because they were like, no, this game is for good little boys and
Yeah,
girls.
Nintendo didn't want them big
So,
titties
I think-
bouncing
I think-
around
I think,
in the back.
I think this was definitely a huge oversight. It came from the audience. Like people
yeah.
definitely made a meme, and
It was
Nintendo
made
was like, no,
more out of what it was. That was the
Yeah.
thing. Like, it literally was just him holding like a steak for
a steak of
Minecraft.
meat, yeah.
And like the only people that would see it as anything other than that are the people that are degenerate. Which, don't get me wrong, I'm pretty sure all of us at this table are kind of like that. Like,
course.
yo, he eating his meat.
Y'all
and
hear
then
the
he holding
intro?
it. Oh yeah, yeah. This is all about meat today. But
But my thing is, if there wasn't social media, they wouldn't have done anything to that.
Yeah.
oh yeah, but they got on top of it real quick.
They
Didn't
did.
They?
They
There was
did.
like an hour and then it was
Like
patched
hour,
out or some
yeah.
shit.
Did y'all hear the interview with Phil Spencer from Xbox? No. Because they own Minecraft, Microsoft.
Yeah.
And the guy doing the interview asked him, has he seen the
Right.
meat thing with Steve? And he didn't know what he was talking about. I was like, no. And he shows him live on the interview. And Phil was like, he just had a long pause. He was like, I'm sure they're going to change that. And then the next, I don't know if it was the next day, but the next day or two, Nintendo put that
Jeez.
patch out and switched it over.
It was quick though.
They're
I
really
mean,
quick.
they have some good response time with that shit. It's not like it's like Call of Duty over here, $1 billion company with a B, and they're just over here with like fucking exploding gun textures and like you can like stim in the zone the whole time and like stay alive the whole time, no problem, and win the game. Like, I mean, Microsoft fixed that in a day. I mean, it wasn't even Microsoft; it was Nintendo. But Microsoft was like, "Yo, motherfuckers,
Yeah.
get that meat out there."
I mean, this has been a long thing coming. Like even before, like you experienced the crash of what, 83, when Sega was doing like
83? How old do you think I am?
when was 85? No, wasn't it? When
Well-
like they had the where we have like the really big giant video game crash.
The game
Like-
boom and Nintendo brought it back?
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, that was
83. I'm like, I
yeah.
wasn't there for that.
Well, it was just right before you started.
Listen,
really
listen, how
gaming.
much of
My
a
dad's
boomer
eye.
do you guys think I am?
No, I don't think you're a huge boomer, but I mean you're at least 3 years. older.
86, I was born.
All right, 86.
But I know what you're talking about. The video game crash, and they thought games were done.
Yeah.
And then Nintendo and Mario pretty much brought video games back to the forefront with consoles.
But just imagine if what currently has been happening with games, kind of like with the whole Minecraft thing.
Mm-hmm.
What would happen if there was no social media back, like in the Sega moments?
It wasn't
that-
social media in the second moments.
Correct,
Oh,
and
you're
like
saying,
that's the
like,
reason
what
why
would
it
happen
would
if
have.
it was
Yeah,
like- okay, I get
that's
what
why.
you're
That's what it would have happened. Like there's so many degenerates on the table that will just make jokes about it and then continue on, and then you have people like creating devs and then mini games, like indie games, and then just doing whatever they wanted.
There'd have been
So,
nothing
like,
they
it
could do
makes
about
sense.
it now, because if there was no social media, even if they noticed it, everything would have been like cartridges.
Right.
Yeah.
So they wouldn't have been able to
nothing
change
to
it.
do.
Cared,
They
yeah.
probably would have made a different, like the newer copies of the game that people buy. They
would
probably
not
would have
have.
took it out.
Yeah.
But whoever has that original cartridge probably would have still
Get
had
that
it.
running
Yeah.
change, man. Yeah.
Yeah.
Action figure
it's
terms.
it's just great to like notice how.
Figure terms. I don't even understand. I was like, what does that mean?
It's called a running chain. Here's an example. For the most recent Star Wars movie, they released a wave of figures, obviously. And there was one in it where it was Luke Skywalker in his like Yavin ceremony where he gets the medal and shit, like that jacket. And on the box, the original box, it said Luke Skywalker.
Oh, what?
Walkward. Yeah.
Walkward.
The main fucking character of the original trilogy, and they fucked up his last name.
Eesh.
They had to do a running change in which the same figure, same everything, they just changed the box. So it's pretty much that. Like
Yeah.
those old, it's like with a Flappy Bird on fucking iOS and shit. Like people selling iPhones that had Flappy Bird still. Like,
Right.
That's the running change where they just get the fuck rid of it, but you can
It's
go
like,
buy that shit.
What,
So-
PS3 to PS4 when they had that game, what, PT?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Dude, that was like a
Yeah,
big thing.
and if you could carry it over, you had it, but if not, you could never
You
get
could
it
never
again.
get it.
Oh yeah.
They're trying to find a way because they found out that it won't be able to go from PS. If you were able to get it on your PS4, I think it's to the point where you can't get it on PS5. You can't
Yeah.
carry it over, and I'm sure
that
someone's
point.
gonna figure that shit out.
Well, they had that thing with the freaking what's his name? I forget. Fortnite.
What?
When Fortnite and Apple had the problem, and then literally they
Oh,
just
yeah,
pulled
yeah.
the game off the stores,
That's the
and
same
then
thing, yeah.
and then Apple products were like, oh yeah, there's games with like Fortnite in it, and they were going for like thousands of dollars on eBay.
Yeah, I didn't know that. I remember it happening, their whole thing.
Yeah.
But did they ever? Isn't that still happening?
I
don't
think
even know.
I don't think they have reached like actual contract.
All I care about is Peely.
Shout out to episode 1.
Yeah, right. Did you get that skin at all?
No, I don't play that game. That ain't even on my fucking console, dude. I deleted that shit right quick.
I downloaded that game when it was like started popping, like in the very beginning. I have played Fortnite once.
Wow.
One of the few. I did forget one thing though that I was playing is Ghost of Tsushima, the DLC, the co-op stuff.
How is that?
Dude, it is so much fun. Like, it's literally just like, neither of you have played it yet, have you?
No.
Fuck. Talking to people.
We disappoint Chris on every episode.
Yes.
Well, it's just, I mean, I disappoint y'all because I haven't played any like old games, which is like shitty, but like, you know, I didn't have the access to it. Now that I have access, I'm just like, I'm gonna play everything. But like, it's pretty much, in the main game, there's like camps and stuff of like Mongols, right? Mm-hmm. And you have to like clear the camps for the story progression and whatnot. And this, it's like all like folklore shit that's like all like Japanese folklore and like all that stuff. And like, it's so well made, voice acted amazing, both in Japanese and American, because both are awesome. If you're gonna play the game, do both, honestly. Even with New Game Plus that just came out. And you just hop in there with a buddy, or I think you get up to 4 people, and there's like a story mode where it's like, I think like 12 missions ish, maybe. I could be wrong about the number. And like you're just like going, each one is like 3 different stages of like clearing like a camp with like an underlying story under it. Mm-hmm. The world, it's insane. Like the first world you drop into, there are just like beating floating hearts in the sky while it's dark out, dripping blood on the ground.
What?
And it's like a story about like how these like they're like kind of zombie Mongols, pretty much. Mm-hmm. Like not really zombies, they're like demons more. And like they're stealing in Tsushima all of the twins of the villages to like harvest their souls for some sort of reason. And like you go through this like 3-part story that's being told to you by this amazingly voice acted character, and you just go through it, and then you get to the end, and then you move to the next part of the story. And it's all about how like in the main game, how there's like the one ghost, which is the main character. Right. And in this game, it's like, no, there's multiple ghosts, but each one is a different kind of ghost. There's the like the ninja kind, where it's like assassination. Then there's the like samurai one, which is like all about honor and fighting. Then there's 2 others.
Isn't there an archer-based one, I think?
There's an archer-based one, and then there's also one that's like one of the straw hat ones that are in the main game too.
Or the Ronins, I think.
Yeah, Ronin. That's the exact name of it. But yeah, I picked the ghost one because like his masks are sick. There's like one that has like 3 faces on it that's covered in like black ink, and it's like constantly leaking black ink from it as you're playing.
That's kind of crazy.
That's
and
cool.
then there's an outfit that's funny in the main game that you can get from doing a bunch of challenges where you're like wearing like a bath diaper from like hot springs.
Yeah.
So you can like run around in the main game with that, but you get it in the co-op version, and it's like the same thing, but like you got like black veins and stuff going through your chest because you're like a demon and some shit. But dude, it's so much fun. Like I was playing with my cousin the other night, and like we just walked up behind like this like cart, and it had like a bunch of guards behind it, and we're like left and right, and like I'm like 3, 2, 1, and we both assassinate the back at the same time. Then we just work our way up through all these guards and shit.
Oh, man.
Dude,
we should do one of those runs.
Yeah. Get the game. We can do a co-op run. We can do some fun videos of it. I think there's like a survival mode too, which is more like, I think you get 4 people up into that. But the co-op like story stuff is strictly, I think, 2 people. It's like a co-op, just 2. Gotcha. But like it's still so much fun. That's just to play.
That sounds fun.
Yeah, it's just fun to get back into too. The only thing I'm not a fan of is like I didn't even realize this was a thing. In the main game, the picture mode is like the reason why I didn't platinum it in 2 days, pretty much, because I was just like running around the whole time taking pictures, like because it was just so.
Yeah, the only one. People post those pictures of that game on like Twitter religiously.
It's one of the most like beautiful games I've ever played, and like the music is so good. But like in the DLC, apparently you need to like switch on like a setting before you load up the like map or whatever to turn on photo mode to make sure that you can use it, which is stupid. Why not just have it on?
Right.
Like there's no reason to switch that off and on. I assume that'll be something that gets like patched later. Just be like, yeah, it's always on. Why the hell did we do this in the first place? Whatever. Yeah. But like, dude, it's so
only
much
a
fun.
performance issue.
But it's not. It's literally nothing. I guess it's because you have 2 people and like it kind of pauses the whole world. But it's like, I mean, if you're playing with someone that's in your party, you shouldn't have to turn it on. Like if you invite someone that you like, hey buddy, I'm gonna do a picture real quick, and then it freezes the whole game and pauses it. It's fine. But like if you're online just playing with like a rando, I can understand why you need to turn it on.
Yeah.
But if you're playing with a person that you know and you're like talking to on voice chat, it's like I don't need to fucking ask his permission to take a picture, you know? Like
True.
he can wait for a second before assassinating. It's fine. I'm taking this slick picture of a heart floating above my head, dripping blood onto me.
As
Epic.
anyone would.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's so epic. It's so good.
I have to play this game.
It's such a good game.
I gotta get in it, but I won't do it until I finish The Last of Us.
So you're not playing until next year?
Not true.
I gotta finish The Last of Us and then go back
Next
and
year's
finish
close.
Final Fantasy VII Remake.
Yeah, you still gotta finish that.
didn't beat that.
I finished that.
That's another game I'm like right there. I just didn't beat it.
Just remember, it's like since you feel like you're right there, that's when it gets tough. Like
That's fine.
if you haven't been doing like everything that you technically would do in an RPG to like get your level up there, it gets tough.
Hey man, I'm down for the tough stuff.
But yeah, and
Rough.
Pokemon
Cuff.
is the other thing that kind of got released
Yeah. DLC for
this
that.
week, which was cool. It was a new DLC.
My brother's
was-
been playing that religiously.
Yeah, I
Like,
was talking to a cousin of mine. He literally said that this DLC was like the most amount of content that Pokemon has ever thrown out in a DLC and or like mystery gift type event. Even
Did Bert make an appearance?
there's
Little bird saving his town on
Can you
fire.
imagine,
with
yeah.
Pokemon.
there is like a bunch of stuff in it, and like he mentioned to me that he was like, I haven't played it yet, but he's like, it's like a huge, like, hey, there's legendaries and there's shiny versions of it, and literally all you do is you just hunt down. It's like Monster Hunter meets Pokemon.
That's dope.
So it's pretty cool, like
It sounds good.
mixed thing that they did there. So that was really cool.
Yeah, man.
All right, what else happened?
We got some PS5 footage of Spider-Man, some updated stuff that was
Oh yeah.
so good.
It is so I can't wait.
That
for
Rhino
Spider-Man.
sequence,
Yeah.
like, in
Oh,
the
yeah.
mall, that, as if I was already sold on this. Like, as of this point, I'm pretty much buying the PS5 to pay that game and the remaster. But like, that Rhino scene sold it for me. Like the little like clip with like him saving the baby from getting like trampled.
Yeah.
Like I was like, yeah, this is it. This is it right here.
It's
and then
so
Spider-Man
slick,
swinging,
smooth, like it looks great.
dude. That's probably gonna be like one of the first missions you play too, because like Spider-Man's still with you, like Peter.
Yeah.
And he's like, "Come on, Miles, you gotta fucking do this. Like, get your shit together or whatever."
I really
saw
want
people
those
get,
to be
like,
the
knocked out of
that to be the actual script.
Oh yeah,
That'd
he
be so
sounds
good.
like. What's the
There was
guy's name?
I did see a compilation. There was like one person who took all the compilations of like all the little snippets that they took throughout that whole first mission or whatever.
Yeah.
They like slapped them together, so you can hear like the interviewer sometimes like cut into like the dialogue. And I guess they did that on purpose just to not show the whole thing.
Yeah.
But it's pretty cool because like if you see it from start to end, you're like, this is like I thought I was watching the game for a good 20 minutes. And it literally was like 3 minutes max of a video, and I was like, holy cow, I got so into it. And it was just like watching the video. Like, just imagine just playing the game.
Dude, as of this point, this might be released a little bit later than when the PlayStation comes out, but we're like 2 weeks away right now.
Yeah.
And I'm hyped. Like, I might not get it release day because of Amazon and
You said this will be released?
I don't know when this is gonna be. This will be like probably a week
this
before,
will be
right?
out like in a couple of days.
What do you mean?
This is episode 3.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're releasing all 3 at the same time.
Yeah.
That was the plan.
I'm just learning this now. All right, so we're here. All right, so
We got
PlayStation comes
to,
out in 2 weeks.
Because some of this will be old news.
Yeah,
by the
so
time.
old
Now
news,
that
yeah.
I'm caught up,
I'm not gonna, but we're not the week of PS5. I'm not gonna be sitting here like Steve from Minecraft.
Yeah,
me.
right.
you're right.
Yeah.
You're right, 100%. So okay, now that I'm in the present, the PS5 is like a solid 2 weeks away, and I am extremely excited for it, and I am terrified to see whether or not my PlayStation actually comes on the day of the release, as you can see from episode 1 with what my situation is with my pre-order. But dude, it's gonna be such a good time.
Hell yeah.
I'm going to have to be staying out of social media for a good while because I have
screwed.
not been able to catch up to getting a PS5 myself yet. So hopefully I'll get lucky with one.
You can get one on release day
Yeah.
if you wait outside of a GameStop or something.
Yeah, no,
10,
I'm gonna have to punch at least 12-year-olds like before I get one.
Yikes.
But those 12-year-olds want to play Fortnite, man.
No, they can get a freaking Apple phone to play
They can go
Fortnite
spend
on.
$1,000 on eBay to
You know,
play
there's
Fortnite
like
on their
a million
iOS.
parents out there that be like, "Oh no, screw Sony. They're part of like the whole industry of Android. Here's an Apple phone because it's
Whoa.
much better."
12 times. You say you're gonna punch 12-year-olds?
Yeah, just
Well-
about. Like I feel like
So that's like
if,
life in prison, probably.
I feel
so we
like-
ain't ever playing Miles Morales.
Well, 12 times 12 is 144.
Right.
So if you take
Sure.
$12 from each of them,
Quick maths.
you'll only need $356 to buy a PS5.
Oh, no.
One has nothing to do with the other thing.
I was gonna say I'm not mugging the kids to
stealing
get a
their lunch
PS5.
money.
You might as well. You're punching them.
No,
In a GameStop
I'm
line.
just trying to cut the line. I can do a Mr.
I'm
Bean
more,
move in
I'm
this.
more impressed that you get to the 12th kid and no parent has intervened yet.
No, they're just okay with it. They're like, this kid made me
Yeah.
wake up for a PS5. Fuck this kid.
Yeah, you never know. Midnight release. The first thing you got to do is just knock out some heads.
They're bad parents.
I'm not even a parent. That's
No.
the reason why.
I'm talking to the parents of the hypothetical 12-year-old.
Listen, PS5's coming out, and they already said that there's gonna be a freaking what you call it? What's that? What's that game? Whatever 5 it's called. I keep forgetting. I don't play it often.
What game?
It's like they have like a bunch of them like San Andreas and shit.
GTA?
Grand Theft Auto. Yeah, I always forget.
GTA comes for
So
free.
Probably the
GTA
most successful game of all
that's
time.
and that's what I'm saying. GTA 5 is coming for free for the PS5. You know, there's a million parents out there going, "Yeah, I'm getting this for my 12-year-old because I do not know ESRB rating."
If there's a parent out there that's gonna leave your 12-year-old in front of a GameStop by himself, you're bad. You're bad at parenting. You stand there for that kid.
Yeah, I guess.
Well,
Or
that's
like,
easier then.
I don't know, man.
Unless you
None
can't.
of the GameStops are getting them, though. That's the issue. None of the GameStops are getting them.
Yeah.
I heard there was gonna be some on
gonna get,
launch.
like,
It's gonna be.
10.
It's not gonna be a lot. It's
I
gonna
think
be
only
4 of them.
That's
There's
it.
only like 10 of them. Yeah.
Maybe 10.
Yeah, so
if
punch
that.
those damn kids and get one of the 10.
I'm gonna have to go and tent out and outside of the GameStop.
If you're the 13th person and everybody in front of you is 12-year-olds,
Yeah, you're right.
you only gotta punch 2.
All right,
That's a good point.
I'll do the math and see how many I have to knock out.
You might not even have to knock them out, man. You might just have to like push through and
I'll
just like
bribe 'em.
shoulder check them.
I'll bribe them.
What are you gonna bribe them with? Yo, I got
Why?
a fucking Skull Trooper, glow in the dark skin on Fortnite. I'll give you my account and just be like, yeah, I'll give
You
And you
know
can't
that
give
would
them like
probably
money.
work.
You're about to drop $500. Like, what are you gonna bribe them with?
Yo, you want some V-Bucks?
No,
Because
like,
it's-
all I
open
need
up
is
your
Fortnite
trench
cards.
coat.
It's not just a PlayStation.
Fortnite cards.
They're about to go get a PlayStation 5,
Yeah, but guess what? They're not gonna get a Fortnite card.
and they're not like 6. If I was a 12-year-old, I'm smart enough to know that this is way more valuable
All right,
than the Fortnite cards.
This is the difference between you and the 12-year-olds now.
But
It's
fucking
the fact,
stupid.
It's the fact that you would know at the age of 12 that a PS5 is much more worth it than a $5 Fortnite card. If I already have a system that has a Fortnite,
Oh,
and
Fortnite.
I would just get
A single Fortnite.
right, a single
Hey,
Fortnite, and I can
14
get
days.
a Fortnite card, the kid will do that.
he'll take the Fortnite card over the PS5.
Yeah, this is the difference in generations. We're talking about generational like moments
They're
and how
12
we like.
though.
Yeah, they're 12.
I think they know.
Will they though?
I feel like at 12, you're smart enough to know what's more valuable. If I'm 12,
I don't know.
And I have-
just.
if-
I think I would be able to catch at least 2 or 3 12-year-olds out there. Be like, yo, let me skip the line and I'll give you a $15 Fortnite card.
they're
That's
out there.
$45
They're
over
out
that.
there at midnight. They know what they have their eye on the prize already.
That's only if they end up getting greedy.
Now, if this was 12,
But what if they get
6-year-olds in front
But
of
that
you,
if they get greedy,
which is
though.
horrible parenting. But anyway,
Like, what if they get greedy though?
Spoiler alert, Ant's an actual parent, so I can't comment on if that's horrible parenting or not.
you don't need to be a parent to know that if
I
you
could
leave,
not tell you. I'm like, if my 6-year-old wants a PS5, yeah, fuck yeah, he wants a PS5. Why wouldn't he?
you're not.
Guess
Well,
what?
in your case, if the kid wants a PS5, you're getting a PS5.
If you
Yeah, we're
stay-
both getting one.
That's what I'm saying.
I'm using that kid to get in the front of the line. Oh, my kid's got a doctor's appointment. He's got
What
this rare disease.
Oh my God.
What the
We
hell
gotta
would
get
you
in and
do?
out.
You would be that
No, we
parent
gotta-
that will
I'll be
kill
like,
your
listen,
kid with.
I'm
like,
sorry, we gotta get in and out. My kid's got this rare disease.
No,
He's gotta get to this
no.
appointment. We gotta get in
If
the
you
line in
said,
front of
if
you.
I was in front of you and you said that to me about your kid, I was like, well, you're in the wrong fucking line. Go to the fucking hospital. This isn't important at the time.
Listen, I just know how to market children.
Whoa,
use them
that
to my
sounds- that
advantage.
sounds-
My
that still
children,
sounds
my
like-
my God.
metaphorical children that don't exist, that are the sparkle in my eye.
So you would.
So now we're selling kids for PS5.
Yeah, that's
say
what,
that.
that's what it sounds like.
This is a black marker for
This is what it
No,
PS5.
I'm
sounds like.
using him as like the brownie points. It's like you use a kid to get advantage in life. Like you use your kid to be like, yo, go like act like you need to get in front of this line or some shit for some reason and put the puppy dog eyes on. It's like the same thing with like a cute girl.
Listen, I get all of that. I'm just talking about how you worded it.
Yeah, it was bad.
It was very bad.
We get it. Move on.
I'm selling my child for a PS5.
I said I know how to sell. Like it's like you gotta like pitch the kid, be like, yo, cutesy eyes. Go be like, yo, I got this rare disease. I need this PS5 or else I die tomorrow.
You're losing that mic.
Yeah, that mic's going.
All right, now
It
you.
was
Yeah.
bad wording. We're back on track. My mic's secure. Technical difficulties. All right. So that's Spider-Man. We got the video of the PS5 being like dismantled in a very like softcore porn-esque video.
ASMR.
ASMR, pretty much. It was great.
PS5.
Yeah, pretty much. You get the
Surround
PS5. It's $500 and
Just a lip smacking is making it for me.
Chris said he would sell his child for one and
yo. I will sell my firstborn child for a PS5.
ASMR is over.
All right, the ASMR segment is done. But yeah, that was a cool video. It was cool to see that you can like vacuum out the system. I was confused at first. I was texting my buddies, but I'm like, wait, so like you take that off and like vacuum it? Does that mean your warranty's up? Because it said that at the bottom. But they're like, no, it's like if you go in further. And I'm like, okay, cool.
Yeah.
Just want to clarify.
I mean,
you know,
you gotta remember.
Right.
I think there was what was it? I was looking it up one moment, and like there was a small mention where like they said that going forward they were trying to be like more mindful about like the consumer when it came to like legendary or like collector's edition, kind of like Ellie with the whole thing with the figurine or the statue.
I feel like
and,
they
like,
could do that really well with just like slip covers.
That's what they were talking about. They were talking about at one point I overheard like somewhere in Twitter it was mentioned like when there was a lot of chatter about packs getting canceled. Like a lot of people were talking about like one of the interesting thing was one of the guys who was going to get interviewed. He was one of the designers for the original PS5 like covers, and they said that they had that in mind where they wanted to present that to developers of like, hey, you guys can develop a game and spend less money on having to develop something to like promote it, kind of like a statue or something like that, but instead you can use our system. So the availability of the PS5 not only being available to create stronger content as in the hardware,
more
but they wanted to
personalization,
use the PS5 as a personalization.
smart.
So they're probably going to release a lot of like, hey, get the collector's edition now,
There'll probably be
and you'll
two.
get slips, and then you'll probably get something else, or you'll get like the actual covers, like snap-on covers that.
I would assume that they would
change
actually
the-
do full consoles too. Like
Yeah.
it'd be like,
Yeah.
here's the collector's edition where it comes with like you can take off like the white overcoat and put on like, you know, God of War's sequels one, and it has like, you know, whatever going on with it. But then there's also a God of War console that looks the same, but instead of it just being like a slipcover, like that whole like Ragnarok thing actually
Yeah.
lights up, like with like some RGB
yeah.
lights. Dude, that'd be fucking sick.
That would be dope. Yeah.
PlayStation, make that. I'm not buying it, but still it'd be cool.
I would like the artistic aspect of how they had like back in the old days where like they would release the console game of like a limited edition and be like, hey, limited edition like Final Fantasy 13 or whatever, and you had like that personalized controller with it. So it would be like so cool for them to still do the controller, and it's like,
I would
hey,
like that.
buy the collector's edition where it would be like $50 or $100 more expensive, but you're getting slip covers for your PS4 or PS5, and then you're getting like the actual personalized controller.
I dig that.
Because then you'll still have that feel of like, yeah, I just bought a new system, but
Yeah.
I didn't have to go broke for it.
Yeah.
I just bought the game that wasn't.
It's just
getting
like an extra,
advertised.
probably like what, like $50 probably
Yeah.
for that. It would be like
So it's
the
like
game
grand.
and then $50
Yeah.
bucks.
So it's like you're not paying like $300 for like freaking Final Fantasy when it came out with the statue or figurine, or like Ellie edition with the freaking $250.
Which was only from like like a trailer, by
Right.
the way, which is kind of that's kind of fucky to me. Like they literally put that statue out, and like I looked at it when like you first got you have it. I'm looking at the box; it's still in it, but like you pulled it out, and I was like, that doesn't happen in the game where she looks like that at all.
Yeah.
And like I just got done finished the game, and I was like, I didn't want to like tell you that because I was like, that's kind of shit. Like it's almost like, oh, I just paid for this thing that's about this game, but it was from a trailer.
Yeah.
Like that's fucked.
Well, there's other statues that do the same thing. Like I have the Horizon Zero Dawn one that first came out with the collectors, and it's exactly the same. There's like it's a statue of her riding like one of those like Velociraptor one things, so like the one-eyed one.
Yeah.
And like she's riding it and like shooting at the T-Rex. But that never happens because you can't ride
those
that
things.
mech.
I guess.
So it's like
I
I guess it's more for like the aspect of like, hey, this is a cool thing.
It's just one of those things where it's like it's almost like false advertising. It's like, hey, here's like this really cool thing you're gonna spend a lot of money on, but it actually doesn't happen in the game. Like it's kind of fucked up.
Yeah,
and, like,
but
in my opinion, like
yeah.
I'm not spending money like that for like inaccuracy. You know,
I
like
mean,
it's accurate, but to a 2-minute trailer,
Yeah.
fuck that.
It catches a lot of collector whores like myself, though.
Yeah,
I'll say that
That's
for
like
a fact.
that's like selling a Mario figure where he's like
doesn't have a mustache.
he's like he's
Can you
wearing
imagine that?
Luigi's hat.
Yeah,
Like when did that happen? He kills Bowser and he's
and then
wearing
you-
his skin.
and then
He's just got this shell on his
Yeah,
body.
what do you mean? He's probably gonna
That'd be
wear.
a slick Mario upgrade, man.
He's probably gonna
Like he just puts the shell on over top of him and he just like spins around, dude.
Yo.
Next
That would
Mario
be-
game, you're welcome, Nintendo.
In New Super Mario Bros. You can do that. Not with Bowser.
Fuck.
You can.
I'm too late.
There's a shell power up where you can get the shell and spin and
Oh, really?
slide and everything.
Oh, that's cool.
Sorry.
I haven't even seen the trailers
I
for
wasn't-
that, so like that
no,
sucks.
this is
that I
the
just-
old
No, the
game.
game
The
is
Game
out, I
Boy, the
think.
3D,
Yeah,
the,
the 3D
DS
game.
game.
Yeah.
I never played those.
I never.
Shit.
Played
I just
that,
didn't want.
know
I
you
wasn't
could
gonna let
do
you
that.
go out like that, and then people comment
Damn.
like, "They did that already." I like Nintendo,
Listen.
and that'd have been just me.
It's all me.
I mean, we still
I
have.
came up with that idea. It's mine.
Hey, they might use it in Mario Odyssey again.
Do it. I won't play it because I don't
That
have a
got
Switch.
leaked, didn't it?
Huh?
That got leaked. That they
Oh
were
yeah, I
working on
found out
Mario
that was
Odyssey.
fake, and my heart was broken because I was so
Really? It was
excited.
fake?
Yeah.
Oh, I thought it was legit.
For listeners, context. Somebody put these pictures up of Mario
It's like screenshots.
Odyssey,
Right?
screenshots of Mario Odyssey on Twitter, saying these were leaked images of Mario Odyssey 2, but it wasn't. It was just somebody who like made like a hack of it
It's like
and put
modded or
them on
something.
like Reddit or something, but it wasn't real.
That sucks.
I was
I was-
very, very excited for about an hour before they killed that whole thing.
Yeah. I was gonna be super surprised because like they mentioned that in a bunch of other leaks too, alongside with it on that.
There's a lot of possible
rumored
things coming
leaks,
out. Rumored things coming with Nintendo. Like they rumored the next Switch. Well, they're codenaming it Switch Pro. I've seen Switch Pro and I've seen Switch Advance,
Yeah.
but it's supposed to be March.
I feel like Switch
March
Advance
for the
would be
release?
on brand.
Yeah.
That'd be, Switch Advance would be very on
Yeah,
brand.
Switch Pro is just the fan.
Yeah.
Made
They're,
one,
they're
yeah.
calling it.
Wasn't that what they call their control? It's the Pro controller,
The
right?
Pro controller. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, that's on brand too then. Fuck.
Yeah.
See, as a non-Nintendo boy, I'm just talking out my ass here. I'm just
I don't
like,
know. I would most likely. I was overhearing a lot of like the stuff that new Switch is gonna have, and I feel like it's gonna be worth it to like do a trade in for the new Switch
I'm gonna
just
get it
because of
'cause I'm a
certain
whore.
things. Like there's certain things like they mentioned there was gonna be like a stronger CPU, like an aluminum body,
4K.
stronger controllers, 4K screen. So it's quite a bit of an upgrade than what they have. Especially with, definitely them proving and promising that there will be no Joy-Con drift.
My Switch has Joy-Con drift now, and I've just been dragging my feet getting another Joy-Con, and I hate
Just
it.
fix it.
I don't know how. I know there's YouTube videos on how. I just haven't done it, and I
Listen,
don't trust myself to open it
We
up.
we all know that Chris is the tech guy here.
Well, yeah, he's
but
in the van right now.
Bring over the
Chris is
remote and I'll
reporting
fix
live
it
from
for
the tech
you.
van. I don't know if you guys don't know that, you listeners listening.
you know, put like a radio like effect over
Yeah,
my voice
I
right
should do
now.
the whole episode.
The whole
I'm gonna do that.
episode.
Yeah.
When you heard me fixing his mic, I had to run out to the van because
Everyone's gonna be like, "Why is Chris's audio such shit?"
he's still in the van, pissing himself, scared of ghosts. I gotta
Yeah,
go
man.
out there and keep him
Fuck
company.
ghosts. You heard me, Kenneth Kennison.
It is gonna be
Now angry ghosts are gonna write us.
a ghouly podcast.
Yeah, but What else was in the news this week? A lot of streamers got emails from Twitch that was like about DMCA more than it's been recently. Like popular streamers, like I follow specifically Tim the Tatman. Like I've been subbed to this dude for like years now. I couldn't even give an exact date, but I've been subbed to him for years, and like even he got like emails about it. Pretty much every big creator did, where it was like, yo, we found like copyrighted material in like one of your VODs. And it was like, apparently there was like 2 emails that were sent out. There was one that was like, we got rid of it, but if there's anything else, you're pretty much banned if there's multiple offenses. If you get more than like, I think it's like a baseball thing where it's like 3 strikes you're out type bullshit. And they're like, if we find anything else, then we have to take action pretty much. And then there was another one that was like, yo, you got to find it and like take it away. Meanwhile, this Tim the Tatman, he's been streaming for like almost 8 years now. And like, they're not saying like this specific video of your VODs has this like copyrighted content. They're just like, yeah, there's a VOD that got claimed. And there's no system.
It's almost like set up for failure.
Yeah.
Exactly. And it's this weird thing where it's like, YouTube went through this like, probably back when I was in high school, where it was like this whole like music clause where like people weren't allowed to use music, and like demonetization was strictly because of music and not because of other stupid bullshit that's going on with YouTube now. But like Twitch doesn't have anything in place for it, so like there's people that are like writing code for like popular streamers that are just deleting VODs. And like this one chick that I don't really follow her, but it was like a video, she like pulled up the code and like watched, it was like 69,000 clips that were already deleted, and there was like 100K more that were coming to get deleted, and there's nothing they can do about it because it's like DMCA's, it's pretty much like the label of the music company is like, yo, you got our shit, you're using it, fuck you can't use that shit or else we're taking you down. Meanwhile, like all the artists are like, but they can use it though, I said it, but it don't matter. And
That's
then
stupid.
yeah, even if they do have the license, which is the worst part, is like you can go and like, let's just say like you know, I'm gonna go, the dude from Linkin Park, I forget what his name is, Mike Chiodos or something like that.
Oh yeah.
Whatever, I can't remember.
Mike
his name.
Shinoda.
Chiodos is a band. Dumb me. So he like's like, yeah, I can't even use Linkin Park songs, and he's in fucking Linkin Park before like they broke up for obvious reasons. But like, he's not allowed to use them on a stream, or else he gets a DMCA and it gets copyright claimed. But he's the artist.
That's ridiculous. How do you prove you're the artist?
There's no way. There's no system in place. So like, even if you have that right, like even if like you're not Mike Shinoda and you buy the rights from that company to be like, yo, I want these music rights to like play on my stream, Twitch still gets DMCA notices about it, and there's no way to like contact Twitch and be like, yo, I got the license. There's nothing.
I feel like there's a faulty part in that code where like the robot's kind of like reading other websites of where it's getting promoted from. And then it's like, oh, well, even though you have a license, like, it's coming from here. Like, this is the origin.
Yeah.
So it's like ripping it off. So it's like
there's no way to tell. That's the problem. And then, like, there's no
weird.
support with it. And, like, all these popular streamers are just, like, deleting all their VODs and all their, like, their history of, like, where they've gotten to now. Like, I remember I watched Tim the Tatman when I first started. He had, like, maybe, like, 10K viewers a stream. And he was just playing, like, CSGO. No big deal. But, like, it was just a small stream. And, like, he would do, like, you know, sub Saturdays where you'd play games with him. I played with him once or twice. And, like, CSGO, no big deal. Now he's got, like, an average of, like, 40,000 people watching a day playing Call of Duty. And, like, you don't get to see that progression anymore. That those VODs are gone.
Right.
He had to delete them all. And it doesn't make sense to me.
That's bullshit, yo.
And it makes me like slightly scared when we're trying to get started into Twitch. But I'm like, even if we don't have like a fucking 10K following off of like a year of doing it, like we play like one song and then they can just be like, screw you, your channel's gone. Like technically we're promoting the music. It's not like we're like just playing the music and like, hey, listen to this music. It's great. And we're just sitting there like, you know, like slubs. Like we're playing games and we're having that music, and then people are like, oh, I like that music. What's that music? Let me go check it out myself on like Spotify. And that gets that more listens. But like,
I mean, I feel like us personally would have music we can play that wouldn't get hit.
yeah.
But for the overall user base,
The
that's
community,
shitty.
Yeah.
It's shitty regardless.
It's really like shady from Twitch too, because they're not supporting their creators.
Yeah.
Like they sign like multi-million-dollar deals with like these people to like just be exclusive to Twitch, and then they're just like, oh yeah, but we're gonna like ban you if you don't like delete your VODs, dude. Like,
At that point, it's like, well, what you let me sign for?
yeah. Like there's no protection. They don't want to protect their creators. They just want to protect themselves. It's what YouTube did, and now YouTube's more about the creators and kids mainly. Like,
well, YouTube's doing it now too, because like
there's the kid stuff.
Like MXR got hit with a second strike just the other day, and so did Markiplier and just Haptic Guy. All within this year, just got strikes for something that was like. It's not technically there. Like, Markiplier got a strike for, I don't know if you ever seen, it's like a video where, like, there's, like, a busy highway, and then, like, one dude's being abysmal while he's driving on the road. So, like, out of this van shows up, like, a million, like, folklore characters. Like, you have, like, the Easter Bunny and Santa and everything come out, and, like, they drag the dude out the car, and, like, they, like, beat him up, air quotes, like, beat him up in the middle of the highway and then just run back to their van. Markiplier got a hit for it because of the fact that was involving his Try Not to Laugh challenge. But yet they deleted his video, and you can still look up that clip, and it's all over YouTube. Yeah. So it's like, well, how are you going to delete one video because it was in a conglomerate of things, and it wasn't promoting it because it said, I don't promote any of this that's happening in the video with a clause. But then you have the actual clip still playing in your systems. It's like
they need to clean that shit up, man.
Yeah,
it's just the law is not made for the digital age. That's the problem. It's like it's made for like an old time where like if you use someone's song for your own promotion of something, like if you make a TV commercial using like a Red Hot Chili Pepper song and you don't have like the license to do that, obviously they're gonna sue you because like it's their song, you took it, you didn't get permission or pay for it. You know,
copyright laws are getting weird.
Like with like Twitch, it's like you're not profiting off the song, you're just playing it to chill and like have a good time. And like if anything, you're promoting the song more than anything. Like commercials don't promote the song. It's like buy an Audi, and then all you hear in the background is like California, like fucking that shit, you know. But like you go to a stream and you're like, oh, this is a really cool band, I want to check them out. But then their label's just like, nah, all that money you made, you better give that to us, or else we're gonna get like. Take you to court or some shit. But like it's just a joke, man. Twitch is a scary place right now.
YouTube will DMC the shit out of you.
Oh yeah.
Like on Auxcord. Well, I guess people listening don't know what that is. That is my hip hop podcast. We used to play songs during the episode. We still do sometimes, but it wouldn't be like direct feed. It would be like, well, in the early days I would put like clips of songs in the show.
Yeah, I remember.
Stop doing that. Because they would, but some people are harsher than others. Because I would get hit, but it would just say you can't monetize this. I'm like, all right, whatever, fuck it.
It's fine.
I'm not getting a million views anyway. I didn't care. Some just like you can't upload this episode. I'm like,
why?
Okay, so I just wouldn't have that episode on YouTube. It would be everywhere else.
But when you upload it to YouTube like that, and like it said you can't upload it, it told you why, right? Yeah. And it was like in this specific spot. You
play this song from this label,
and that's the issue. It's like because they went through that bullshit. Even though theirs is still like kind of finicky, it's like with Twitch, like you don't have that, and that's the thing that's like scary. It's like in the gaming world right now, like these people are like basing their careers off like just playing games and having a good time with people, even if they're just casual streamers. Like Tim the Tap Man sucks at games, and like he said it avidly himself. Like he's an entertainer. He's a male entertainer is what he calls himself. An online male entertainer.
Man, he's getting dirtier and dirtier. You add on once you add online, sky's the limit.
Yeah, but like he like memes about that, and he's like, I'm not good, but like I'm just like he sits there for like an hour to 2 hours when he first starts to stream in the just chatting section, just reading donations of people like, yo, here's $35. What you think of this video with this song? And it's like, oh, this song? Oh, this is a song that I already know, and it's on my Spotify playlist. I really like this song. And plays like 30 seconds of it, and then there's $35. But now he can't do that anymore. And he's just like chilling, and he's like, okay, so donation, $35. What do you think of this song? I can't. Thanks for the 35 though.
That's great.
That sucks.
Yeah.
That sucks, yeah.
And then it sucks for the viewers, because it's like you just gave $35 to like get a reaction from this guy, but you ain't getting it. You ain't getting shit. Which is... whatever, but yeah.
You think that I think that's it's a thing that hasn't hit video games yet. Like we've seen like 1,000,001 like clones of certain games like come out, and that they don't technically thrive because they are a clone of a game that's already very well established. But it's like
Genshin Impact.
Genshin Impact is like very well known for being like a copycat of Breath of the Wild.
Phoenix
And-
Rising, that new
Phoenix
Ubisoft
Rising, yeah.
game.
So it's like it's getting kind of out there where like they have copycat games, and that's not technically being like a thing. Like it hasn't happened.
It's not a thing
like-
that gets addressed.
yeah.
Almost, it's one of those weird things. It's the same thing with like H1Z1 and like then PUBG and like
Yeah.
all that like stuff in that Warzone. Like
Yeah.
it's all the same concept, but you can't copyright a concept, which is the issue.
Plus, they tweak it just
enough,
slightly
yeah.
enough
Yeah.
to where it's like it's not the same.
Yeah.
Like there's a like I don't think it's an Among Us clone, but there's this new game that I've been seeing people play where you're pretty much like it's a first person game and you're on a ship and one of the people, or I guess more than one maybe, I don't know, I haven't looked that much into it, is like an alien in disguise as an astronaut. Kind of like the movie The Thing.
Oh, okay.
And pretty much like you're just like doing your like job on the ship and whatnot, and like you got to figure out who the alien is. But then like that person has the ability to just like completely eviscerate their body and become this giant like clawed alien and shit and just start attacking people. And it's not like a like single kill thing like in Among Us where it's just like there's one guy and he got to kill. Oh, there's a body here. Who did it? It's like and then like fucking just attacking and just like
jeez.
it. And you have guns too. I think you shoot the thing to kill it.
That's
But, like
dope.
it's pretty much Among Us, but different. Like
Right.
you have a shooting aspect. You have 3D now, and it's also first person. And the person who's the imposter, quote, is not like trying to hide it too much. They're just like, let me just get the right opportunity before I can just completely
strike,
eviscerate
yeah.
these people and GG. So like, it's one of those things where it's like there's no such thing as like a copyright of an
concept,
idea.
yeah.
Like oh yeah, what if like there's an alien, the alien kills people.
$1 million idea.
Yeah, there
Yeah.
you go.
Put it out.
Sigourney Weaver must love that idea.
I'm Sigourney and I approve this message.
The high pitched voice.
I don't know why that's her voice. Sorry, Sigourney Weaver. I'm sure you're listening to this. I'm so sorry.
All right, episode 4. We'll see everybody together, and we'll have Sigourney Weaver here.
First off, that would be the craziest plot twist ever.
We'll just get like we'll get Nicole to be Sigourney Weaver. We'll just like quiz her on her like movie. Like, so what did you think of that one movie you were in where there was that alien? And like, oh, what movie? That the movie with the alien in it, you know? And we just gotta quiz her and make her.
Well, you know, me being Sigourney Weaver and all,
There was a
etc.
there was a crane.
Etc. Jesus.
There was a crane, mech suit.
Oh yeah. Power loader, baby.
You know how aliens be. Sigourney Weaver definitely don't talk like
Do
that.
you want to do Sigourney Weaver?
I might have to do Sigourney. I'm doing it right now.
You got
I
a
think
dual
so.
character. You gotta like talk to Sigourney Weaver as Ant and then like back and forth it a little bit while we're just sitting here drinking.
So Sigourney, like, how was life, on set? How did you do that every day? Like, what was the atmosphere? Well, I drive up to set, getting makeup, put on my outfit for the movie. Which movie? The one with the alien.
Oh my god.
that one.
The fact that this is so entertaining right about now. It's
like-
scary.
You know how it be. I don't know how it be, Sigourney. I've never been on a set before. I don't have that luxury.
You know.
Like they put the alien out there, and then he say action, and I run from the alien and cut. Movie stuff.
Oh shit.
You need to leave that whole bit in there now.
Oh, I'm not taking that. That might be the gold of the episode.
Just how well can we imitate Sigourney Weaver?
What's left?
I don't know. I had notes, but like,
I did too.
so I had PS5 coming soon, haptic Intel, Spider-Man updates, and Twitch DMCA. So I hit all my notes for my shit at least.
I think I kind of hit all mine as well. We talk about what's his name, Snoop Dogg having the Xbox
fridge that they actually made. Microsoft
Yeah.
actually made the fridge
for
of the
him.
Xbox Series X.
It's
Didn't what's
outrageous.
her name have that too? Justine or whatever the fuck her name is.
think so, yeah.
Some shit did.
Yeah. I don't give a shit about the Xbox. I know y'all like at least you are gonna buy
Yeah.
the Xbox as well because console whore. But that's
Yeah.
fine. I'm just I don't care. Xbox ain't got games. In the words of Chad Warden, like
Yeah.
Xbox ain't got games.
It's my third-party machine, man.
But like, I can just do that on PlayStation.
I know.
That's the issue.
I'm not saying I'm right. I'm
Yeah,
just
I know.
saying it's what I do.
My buddies are the same way. They're in the same boat as you. They're just like, yeah, we're getting like they're playing Cyberpunk on Xbox. And
That's
I'm
what
like,
I'm doing.
I'm over here like, well, I'm playing on PS4. Like, I know that multiplayer ain't a thing right away. Like, it's not like gonna be. It's just like a single player for a while. But it's like, it's coming. So what happens then? Do you buy it for PS4 too, or am I just playing by myself? Like, I don't know. But I don't know, man. I don't give a shit about no Xbox. We just need the Wii 2.
Why?
Let's not.
Because we need a Wii 2.
Why do we need a Wii 2?
Why wouldn't we need the Wii 2?
Listen, we finally got the last game that's gonna show up on the Wii actually released. So I don't want to hear it.
They did a Wii 2 and it failed.
No, it was the Wii U.
And which was the Wii 2?
No, we need the Wii 2, and then we need the Wii U 2.
No, we don't need the Wii U too.
We need the Wii U 2, and it's auto got that album downloaded on it from iTunes.
And then the special edition Pokemon version, the Wii Mewtwo.
The Wii Mewtwo.
There it is.
There you go.
Nintendo, we're just giving you... You can print money with these ideas. Sigourney Weaver agrees. I buy a Wii Mewtwo. So, do it.
Jesus.
I swear she's gonna hear this podcast one time and be like, all right, who's
Oh, yeah,
this
she's
ant
definitely
guy?
going to fucking hear this podcast, man. Sigourney Weaver.
Who knows? Hey, there's a lot of
video games.
there's a lot of actors out there that you know.
Nah.
We're getting a Monster Hunter movie.
That movie looks like shit.
What?
It looks like shit.
Well, you've never played a Monster Hunter game. So
yes, I
suck it.
have. I played I Monster Hunter World is what I played. World. And that movie looks like shit. It looks like all the fucking Resident Evil movies that were made. Shit.
No.
Yes, because it's made by the same person.
There was
I know
like
it's
a
made by the
good
same-
Resident Evil movie.
There was one.
I don't even remember which
No.
one it was.
Yeah, when Nemesis showed up, it was good.
That's my response. Is
Wow.
Straight up.
Just because you don't like whatever her name is.
No, it's not because I don't like her. It's just,
Sigourney, relax. Sigourney.
dude. Literally, like, let me look this up. What the hell is this director's name for this Monster Hunter movie?
I forgot.
What the hell, man? You're supposed to be helping me with this. You're supposed to be the Monster Hunter fan.
Monster Hunter fan? I am a Monster Hunter fan. I'm just not a fan of the director.
All right.
I'm saying that at least the animation looks good. It's not like
I
when
don't give a shit about no animation if the movie's stupid.
the movie's not technically stupid.
All right, so the fucking director's name is Paul W.S. Anderson. First of all, why do you get two middle initials? That's greedy. That's my first thing.
Uh-huh.
Second of all, he's literally fucking married to the main chick in the movie.
Yeah, but nobody's watching the movie because of her.
What?
Yeah, nobody's watching
She's
the movie
literally the
because of her.
fucking on the poster. Isn't she like the fucking face of the poster?
No, it's what's his name? From the martial artist dude.
Oh, Bruce Lee.
No, not him. He's
Obviously
been dead.
not him.
He's been dead.
No, not
No,
him.
it's her. It's literally her with his sword, with his bone sword.
Is it really?
Yes.
Oh, that sucks.
There's one with him
All
with
right,
like
well-
a bow, but like
All right, well the
all
director.
of the main posters are just her.
All right, so the director needs to like hop off her nuts.
Well, like
That's all
that's
I'm
the thing.
saying.
He literally just casts her and everything. And like while the animation of the monsters looks cool, it literally just looks so dumb where it's just like, you know what? These people from the real world are gonna get like teleported into this monster world and they got like ARs and shit. And these ARs are gonna go up against these monsters, but then they're gonna realize that these ARs ain't gonna work, so they gotta get some bowcasters and Johns.
Well, whatever. I'm
fulfilled.
in it
His
for
words.
I'm in it for Tony Yaw. So that's literally all I care
That's
about.
fine, but I can
'Cause-
you know what I just wait for the whole movie to be out.
Oh, I mean,
And I wait for clips
I
of
didn't-
just him.
I mean, I didn't say I was gonna go to the movie theater to go watch the movie because I really don't like her, and she
it just looks so
like freaking.
boring. It's like tropey. Like it's like what can we these monsters? You know what? We have guns. We can beat these monsters with our guns and our jeeps with bigger guns on them. And then like they realize, you know what? We can't. We gotta adapt. And then they get bone swords. Like
Can I ask a question? How come video game movies?
suck.
Well, obviously that goes without saying.
Without
But
Sonic, because Sonic I actually enjoyed.
Sonic was good. We'll score a point for Sonic, the best video game character ever.
I don't know. I think the Super Mario Brothers from the '90s was actually
That
good
was
too.
hot garbage.
John Leguizamo
Even
did a
as
good
a
job
child,
as
I was
Luigi.
like, no. And I don't have context for shit.
John Leguizamo did a good Luigi in that movie.
Did he? When did Luigi ever act like that in the game?
Anytime that it was John Leguizamo playing him.
Hey, I'm out here. Like, first of all, he got the princess. He was the brave one.
Yeah.
Complete 180 of what Luigi actually is. Anyway, back to what I was about to say, because that's about to be a whole other podcast. Why in video game movies why do they have to keep adapting, keep relating it to the real world? Why can't it just be, even in Sonic?
Yeah.
Like, why did he have to be why can't it just be this fictional animated world where they do what they do in the game?
I don't know. I think that's just the new fad.
No, it's not new. It's always been that way.
Even since the Mario Brothers.
Well, maybe we were talking about like immersiveness and like
I think
that episode 2.
Even Sonic, I was not.
No. I'm not saying that it's
Sonic. They're all talking about the Olive Garden and stuff. I don't want Sonic talking about real life. Like, no, run through the loop.
Infinite breadsticks.
Yeah.
Well, maybe it's like to appeal to the target audience. That might be a reason why.
No, the target audience just wants the game.
Yeah, they want the game, but if
Listen, the very beginning of the Sonic movie, he was in Green Hill Zone. It was all lush. He was running through the loop. That should be the entire movie. Should take place there.
Yeah.
Why did he go to Earth and meet this guy?
I'm gonna look this up. We're talking about video game movies now. This is what we're doing. All right, so we got Sonic. We already know that one. Monster Hunter is following that same trope.
Right.
Mario
Brothers, and then you had Resident Evil, which sucked except for third movie.
Detective Pikachu, great fucking movie. Did the same thing, pretty much.
Agree.
Well,
it was in the Pokemon world, but it was like very. I mean, yeah, kind of.
Well, no,
that was the closest thing to almost being it.
Yeah, it was close, but it wasn't there.
But that was based on the actual Detective Pikachu game.
Yeah, but like
So
it was
it's
still
like-
brought into the real world. You know what I mean? Like it felt more like
Right.
like grounded. Where I was like, not that I don't want a grounded movie, like where it's like, yeah, I can believe this is a thing. It's just like it felt more like we were in us land. You know, like we're in the Marvel 616 right now.
Like certain movies, I get it. Resident Evil, obviously, that movie is real humans dealing with zombies, so it's like, okay, it has to have some kind of realism.
Right.
These animated video game characters like Sonic and Mario and Pikachu, like you don't need to adapt it.
True.
I get, they adapt it so that you can be
Rampage.
They act as a vessel. Yeah, the human character
is
acts as a vessel for the viewer, questioning what's going on. But no, like we don't need that. You animate the first Pokemon movie and just make that. Then you can have a human in it that act as Ash or whatever, and make it that you can make live action. But don't give me this story like, oh, my dad, I don't know who my dad is, and now I'm reluctant to go along with you, but I'll go along with you. Like, no, it should be a movie about Pikachu.
Yeah.
We'll follow it. Like, I feel like sometimes they don't give the audience benefit of the doubt with their intelligence on how to deal with it.
I don't think it's much about intelligence, but it's more about the culture itself. Like, I don't think a lot of people will be pop culture-ed enough to like go watch it.
But the audience you're getting to see this movie is the audience that was playing the game.
You would think so, though.
Who else is going? Like, I didn't go see.
Nobody's going to see Monster Hunter World except for people who know, not Monster Hunter World, whatever the fucking title is. No one's seeing that movie unless they know what Monster Hunter is, and that's the people who play the game.
Not in effect, though.
Like there's like a 1% of people that are like, that looks interesting.
Yeah. Right.
But then like everyone else is like, that I don't know what the fuck that is.
Right.
And then like there's the video
mean,
game people, and that's it.
All right. So just to talk about that, like the fact that they try to adapt like video games to real life. This is a movie that hasn't been out yet, and I got a wind of it by Jacksepticeye, and he was like talking about it on one of his YouTube videos. It's called Free Guy. Being written by Ryan Reynolds.
That
looks
good. But see, that's an original idea, though.
Right, but that's the difference. It's taking what we were just arguing about, taking video games into real world, where it's taking...
But it's not based on a video. There's no game called Free Guy.
I understand that.
It's not even bringing it in the real world. You're in the video game.
You're in the video game, correct.
And that's like NPC.
And we had that back when?
What?
In Spy Kids.
What?
No,
Where the
Spy
kids
Kids
went into the video game.
No,
Tron.
you're not
They
talking
went
about
into the
Spy
video
Kids
game.
fucking 3D right now.
But then
you
had,
are not talking about that movie.
No, but then you had movies like Tron, real life went into the video game.
But Tron isn't there. These are like original ideas.
They're ideas. Like, they're not like... I mean, Tron was a video game prior to that, but it wasn't like a video game with story. Like, fucking Monster Hunter has a story, and now you're taking it and putting it into the real world
but
for no
Tron
reason.
developed the story before the movie came out.
No, not the video game, no.
Yeah, the video game actually had a story verse of it
Since
before the movie
when?
came out.
I don't remember
Wasn't
that
that
at
on
all.
like Atari?
The very original Tron movie came with a booklet that actually stated the entire story that was
movie did.
based. No, the movie came out with the booklet.
Yeah, so the game didn't.
Explaining the story
In the game.
in the game.
So that means that the story wasn't in the game when the game came out. It was in the game after
they
the game
adapted
came out.
They adapted it
with
to
a movie because they were
Correct.
So there
with a
was
book-
no story.
Yeah.
But then they gave it a story.
Because there was a movie.
Yeah.
There was a story. They made the movie based of it to tell the story. Because
So,
there's just
yeah,
so
so you
much
just
you
see
can
what he
tell.
said.
But there was no story that was released to the public until the movie came out. That's
Right,
the
because
thing.
there was no way to do it in an Atari.
A booklet. There was no booklet with the original game, so
Then
there was no story.
Correct.
Yeah.
That's why they released the booklet afterwards.
But what came with the movie, so it doesn't count. Either
Yeah,
way,
what do you mean it doesn't
the
count?
only
They just-
movie that actually is based around a video game that stays in the video game world is like fucking the Angry Birds movie. Quite
Oh,
literally.
I mean, yeah.
That's it.
Yeah.
Like, all the other ones are just like, you know, let's make this fucking realistic as shit, you. Let's make this shit fucking real. Like, for no reason.
Didn't Sonic take place in like California or somewhere?
Yeah, man. It was probably a Red Hot Chili Pepper
Well,
song.
what about
man.
Mortal Kombat?
Fuck Mortal Kombat.
That was technically in the video game.
Well, Mortal Kombat, but see, there's a difference though.
I'm just gonna be devil's advocate and throw in
Oh
all
no,
these games
Mortal
out there.
Kombat
like-
works because the game was already realistic. It wasn't like I'm talking about games that had like the mascots and
World of Warcraft, the Warcraft movie. That movie stayed in its world.
also
That
trash.
makes sense. It was trash, which
trash,
is fine.
yeah.
But it's like, at least
But
that
yeah,
movie
yeah.
stayed where, it stayed in its fucking lane. It didn't be like, yo, these ogres are coming to like
Well, I mean-
2020 COVID land and
Well,
being
yeah,
like,
I mean, when you had a director saying, "Hey, I want to make a World of Warcraft game," and then Blizzard pissed all over him, and he's like, "All right, I guess I gotta do what you guys tell me to do."
The ogres are
That's-
coming to Seattle.
That's
Yeah.
We gotta fucking-
but like, it's just like, it's this trope that like, while it might not be every video game movie, because there are like exceptions with like slight, like little baby pieces, but it's like, the formula is, take this video game character, put it in the real world for some reason because we don't think it's good enough to sell.
Well, maybe it's
Which is
just-
sad because
Right.
it is. Like, you take a character like Sonic, while that movie was good for what it was, it's like, like, why did we need to do that? What, it would have been so awesome if we got to stay in that Green Valley Hill,
Green Hill Zone.
Yeah,
Green Hill Zone.
yeah.
I was thinking of Valley because California, but anyway, like, if we stayed in there the whole time and it was an animated movie, or even if like the real world came to the animated place, like it's like a Space Jam, like Michael Jordan comes to there, you know, like I dig that more as opposed to bringing them into the real world, because that's just like, well, what's gonna happen? Like, it's more interesting to see a realistic thing interact with the crazy shit.
So
know?
you guys are gonna be truly, truly cool with Uncharted when it comes out with Tom Holland.
But that movie
It's
is
realistic.
about real people. Like it's about people.
Yeah, it's not about like a blue hedgehog in like
So
A
what
Valley
you're
Girl
telling me
place.
is the animated video games. Let's say
I'm saying like
video
ones that
games,
are like based
like-
out of realism, like
Yeah.
like
so
no
Fantasia's
realism.
games.
Yeah, like like Monster Hunter is very like fantasy based, even though it's more like, I guess, monster based, which is kind of fantasy. It's like you don't need to like bring ARs and shit in it, like army shit. Like if it was just like the actor that you said the name of multiple times that I've forgotten because I'm bad with names, if it was just him in that world, like, and he had to go up against like one of the monsters that was like a big bad, that would be so much more interesting to me. And I'd be like, dope, we got this story in this world, it's gonna be great, cool. But then you bring like people in it that don't belong there, it's just like, well, I know what's gonna happen. They're gonna fail. A lot of people are gonna die because they think that they can handle it, and then they're gonna realize, oh, we should probably listen to this guy who's got a sword made out of teeth, and then they're gonna get their own weapons.
Yeah, then it's
And then they
all the
win.
classic. Let's learn to work together, and now we're
Yeah.
part of the Monster Hunter world.
It's the Power Rangers thing too. It's like big bad each week, and then boom. It's
Yeah.
and you fail, you realize that you got to come together you beat it, but then oh wait, it's coming back for more, and then you're like, you know what, we're together even more this time with robots.
All right, you heard it here, guys. Any directors out there wanting to make movies, stick to realistic or keep the video games where they belong.
Or you don't have to make it real. Just 3D animate it. Like I don't.
Yeah.
Sonic could have been all 3D animation, and I'd have been fine.
I just think
And just kept it in his own universe.
Yeah.
Sonic should not be talking about breadsticks from Olive Garden, and they gave him what, Nikes? Just give him his stupid big red sneaker. Like he doesn't need to be real. They didn't need to take Sonic to Foot Locker. They didn't do that in the movie, but they gave him just some real world sneakers. Like no.
Oh, jeez.
I'm mad.
Yeah. That
And I
movie
like that
was
movie.
fun though too.
I don't want Dad to get lost in this. I like
Yeah,
that movie.
that movie was a fun movie. It's just one of those things where it's like you can see where it'd be like so much better if we just stuck to like what the game was, and like not saying like steal the game story directly, like tell a different story, but like make it Sonic. That's not Sonic. Give us Mario and Sonic at the Olympic Games as a movie. That would be imagine that movie. Like straight up, like them just like actually competing and like the drama between them, and like Bowser cheating in the back with Dr. Eggman and shit, and like trying to get each other's teams like to go against each other.
That would actually be pretty.
Yeah,
good.
that would be pretty good.
That's such a cool idea. Or just give us another Mario and Sonic at the Olympic Games and give it a story mode, which in that I'll write it for you guys. I'm already halfway there in my head.
Yeah, definitely there.
The real villain is Yoshi the whole time.
Can you imagine?
And his army of other Yoshis of
Yoshi,
multiple colors.
Yoshi is sus.
Sus.
It's literally the 100-meter dash, but it's like 1,000 Yoshis.
1,000 Yoshis.
And they're all like blocking everyone from getting past, so that the main Yoshi, the King Turd Yoshi, wins the first place medal. But then fucking Sonic zooms past and like does like the whole like what's it called? Where you like whip someone around, like the whole roller skate move.
Oh, yeah,
and he
yeah.
whips Mario to win first place
That would be
and
dope.
beats Yoshi, and then he mounts Yoshi
for
on
these
the,
ideas.
Look at that.
Yeah, right.
But I know we gotta get out of here. But yo, the whole
Yeah, we
Sonic
do.
and Olympic Games thing is flawed anyway.
Oh, it's
because
100%.
why is Sonic losing any kind of race? Like why?
Because you're not shaking your Joy-Con fast enough, Ant.
No. Sonic the can. He can just run faster. Like why is Sonic using a car in the Sega All Stars racing games?
Oof, yeah. Can I throw like just one more to hear what you guys have to say about it?
Yeah.
Round 1.
What is round 1?
You guys
Fight.
never watched that movie?
No.
What's that?
So the round 1 was a movie that came out like I say 2016, I think it was, and it was based on like these kids living in like the future, having to play a game that they introduce themselves into the game and go through a bunch of stuff. They had like, how can I say? Like they had different games mentioned in there, like
I think
Tron
you're
and stuff
thinking
like
of the
that.
wrong movie name.
What was it?
Ready Player
Oh,
One.
there you go, Ready Player One. Sorry about that.
You were so dramatic.
Yeah, I was.
Round one.
There's a round 1 bowling and amusement somewhere in Philly that we can go to if that's what you're talking about.
What I got.
This is what I was talking about, guys.
But like, no, Ready Player One.
I didn't see
The
Ready
book
Player One.
is good. The movie, it's not.
I kept hearing too many bad things about the movie. So I
Yeah.
didn't see it.
The movie is not a good movie. I appreciate what they tried to do in capturing the book. I literally got the book from like one of those Loot Crate like monthly box subscriptions. They like gave it out for free 1 week or 1 month rather. And I was like, yeah, I guess I'll read it. Fuck it. I don't read books. I only read books when there's muscle-clad
Boobs in
men. And I mean, no, you're in a different realm than I am. I'm talking about like superheroes, and you're talking about like hentai.
And edit this out.
No, don't leave it in. Leave all the hentai in. But no, like I don't know, man. Like the coolest part with me was like the Mecha Godzilla and the Iron Giant stuff. That was cool to see, but like, why the fuck was Tracer from Overwatch in it? Like,
Yeah.
What?
that's- Yeah. That was more like what I wanted to see, like, or know what you guys felt, because like, they brought like all these characters into like not an original idea,
yeah,
but
it looked like someone who didn't know anything
they
about
just
video
barfed
games
a bunch of videos
read the
in.
book and was like, okay, so people like games. Let's just put all the games in one movie with like a kind of okay plot, and then also have a scene where like a whole entire like apartment complex of people get murdered and we don't discuss that at all. There's literally you didn't see it, did you? No. There's literally a part. I'm gonna spoil it because like it's whatever. There's spoiler alert if you want to watch that movie and you haven't. Spoiler alert, don't. There's a part where the main guy Parzival, which is his name is something else. So that's his like gamer tag, is like running away from like the shacks that he lives in, where his like VR setup is, or like he's running to it, and the company that's trying to find him because he's like getting all these keys to like maybe own the company that owns this game that's like a massive online game, literally sends like fucking drones to bomb the place, in which this like it's made out of like
Seems a bit extreme.
Yeah, it's made out of like shipping containers and stuff, but like stacked on top of each other, and people all live in it, kind of. And like his mom's in there, who's like kind of, I guess, abusive, or no, his stepdad was abusive. I think that's what it was. But like, literally just fucking bomb the place because this kid's about to like maybe own the company, and like the mom dies, and like all these other people die, and he's just like running towards camera as like all of these like homes with people playing the game are in it, and just die. And they don't even like talk about it.
They didn't think that through.
They just win the game at the end. They're like, now we have the company, and this guy's a really nice guy, and he only wants to work for us for 1 penny a year because he's such a nice guy. Like, your mom died, sir.
We got the company.
Yeah, right.
Dude, oh my god. And then he got the girl in the end, because you know you get
Of course, he has to.
You gotta get the girl. That was also a stupid story. She had like a burn on her face or something, like Zuko from Last Airbender, and like she's like, I'm ugly, don't look at me. My avatar is so pretty, but I have burn mark or birth defect or whatever. And he's like, but like I like you though.
Those are two entirely different
things. What?
Birthmark or birth
I couldn't tell what it was because like they don't explain it like in the movie really. I don't think. It's just like she's got like some weird like she looks like her dad didn't like what she was doing and firebended on her face. Oof. Like in The Last Airbender. But yeah, we need a game of The Last Airbender.
Yeah, we do.
I would love an Avatar game.
Just as long as it's not as bad as the live action movie.
That's fine. I know somebody who was in that, which is kind of funny. But yeah, that has been a very tangent-filled episode.
That has.
We've talked about such weird stuff.
We weren't as rigid, I won't say rigid. We weren't as focused as the last episode.
Well, there's not much to focus on this week. It's more just like a free flow this week, you know?
Hey man, when these systems come out, y'all gonna get some focus.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, for
definitely.
sure.
But no, you people wouldn't be listening, and you wouldn't love this show if we had full focus.
But if you do want us to focus, let us know. Reach out to us on saybeforequitting@gmail.com. Leave a review on any podcast app that you have. You can find us anywhere. We got SoundCloud, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts. Is there another one I'm missing? Yeah. I think there's one more, but it's fine. And then also check.
You hit it.
Yeah, we got a YouTube. We're probably gonna upload the podcast in video form there. It's not gonna be like actual video of us. It's just gonna be like a static image. If you want to listen there, YouTube. Some people got YouTube like premium or whatever, so you can listen to that with your phone locked or whatever. And Twitch, follow us on Twitch. It's save B the number 4 quitting. We'll be streaming there soon, probably some stuff. Nico was streaming the other day as a test with some coding and video games, like his projects.
Yeah, and if you guys want to get to know us, we'll be jumping in there, whether it is individually or all together, and then we'll be there chatting and messing around.
Yeah, so come check us out. Turn on notifications.
Please turn on notifications, and also please save before quitting.